Alright, welcome back to Flight Sim 2024 and welcome to, for the first time on the channel, the Black Square Beechcraft Baron 58 Professional. And this is a new aircraft for the channel. I've recently picked this up on FSEconomy. I've had the add-on for a while, but I've just bought a Baron on FSEconomy, and we're parked on the ramp here at Sana'a in Yemen, which is OYSN, and we're gradually going to be moving this aircraft down towards South Africa, like I'm doing with a whole bunch of aircraft that I've bought on FSEconomy. And so our flight today, we have some passengers going from here down to, let's see if I can get this name, Combolcha in Ethiopia, HADC. I'm looking at about 3 hours worth of flying to head down there. So that's the plan for today. Now obviously the Black Square aircraft are modeled in a lot of depth, so I have done I think 2 flights in the Baron just to kind of check everything out and see how everything works. So hopefully I can manage with no issues, and obviously failures and wear and tear and all of that is modeled on the Black Square aircraft, so we'll have to pay attention to that as well. Right, let's jump inside, and then I guess we just need to close up those doors. Okay, so there we are. Let's start getting things set up. So I'm just going to get these out of the way for now. And then I guess what I can do is just turn on my head tracking. Cool. Okay, let's do battery. We'll leave the alternators off for now. Avionics. And you know what, in fact, I need to demap that button from Flight Sim. I'm going to do this without the head tracking. We'll use the head tracking when I'm flying. Okay, we are using the TDS GTN XI. And that's another thing. I just need to create a view that brings us down here. So, using chase plane for my views. Right, so now we have a view that I can trigger from my keyboard or from my joystick. That brings us down here to the GPS. Do I need to turn anything else on here for now? Let's get the nav lights on, beacon, and all of that we can leave off. That's fine. Cool. Let's come back here and get our flight plan sorted. So there we are at Sana'a, and we are going to HADC. I just want to bring up the route here on my phone because then it's easier to enter it if I'm just reading it from a separate screen. Right, so our first waypoint is Ramlo. And from there we actually go Airways M318 to HDH. Okay, we'll load that, and then A48 to Bopsa, and from there direct to Caribou, and then into HADC. Right, we have no departure. No, but we do have an rival, which will be Colvo 1. And then approach, we are, let's see, 3.5. So I guess we could do the RNAV 3.5. We'll see what Beyond ATC gives us, because I'm using Beyond ATC for traffic and our virtual air traffic control as well. Active Skies doing the weather. It is a lovely 24 degrees here today. Winds 92 at 5 knots. QNH 1017, which we might as well go and set while we are here. So I think we're good on that. We are going to be cruising at 18,000 feet today. Okay, so there's 1017 is about, oops, this way. 19, 18, 17 will be that one. Cool. Right, let's call up ATC and just get our clearance. So ground is 121.6. So we'll come in here and do 121.6 and put that in. So now ground, good morning, Zulu Sierra, Bravo Echo Echo, IFR to Combolcha, ready to copy.
Zulu Sierra Bravo Echo Echo, Santa ground, expect runway 36. Climb 3000 feet on runway centerline, then expect radar vectors ram low. Squawk 3062.
Okay, expect runway 36, initial climb 13,000 feet, radar vectors to ram low and squawk 3062. Bravo Echo Echo.
Zulu Sierra Bravo Echo Echo, read back correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start.
Call you back, Bravo Echo Echo. Okay, so that's all good. If I just take a look at the charts. Okay, so that all looks good. Let's come down here and just have a look at the charts. Okay, so runway 36 is behind us. So we should, well, I mean, we're on the apron here. If you look, there's a lot of tarmac, so we'll see what they give us in terms of taxi. But let's call up for engine start first. And Zulu Sierra Bravo Echo Echo ready for engine start only.
Zulu Sierra Bravo Echo Echo, startup approved, call when ready for tax.
Call you back, Bravo Echo Echo. Okay, so this is going to be the interesting part. So what we need to do is we're going to go props full forward, we're going to go mixture full, fuel tanks are on, and we're going to go high fuel boost. Actually no, we're supposed to do right first, I think. We'll do high fuel boost for a few seconds on the right, just to get some fuel into these cylinders. Okay, let's get the beacon on. That's cool. Interesting. So this is the challenge I've had, is just getting it to start. And I think our battery voltage is also really low, which is not helping. So I might actually just need to go into the tablet I see. You can hear it struggling. Ooh, it wanted to start there. There we go. Okay, let's get that alternator on. And I'm going to do this one manually. Okay, so let's actually get that up, get some fuel into the engine. Okay, I don't know if that was perfect, but it worked. Right, the next thing we need to do is just come down here and check our cabin temperature. It is extremely hot in here, so let's see if we can sort that out. I want to put this somewhere else, actually. So, we have, if we come down here, cabin heat, defrost, pilot air. So what's really cool is you can actually look at the diagram here of how things are working. So we don't actually have, we've got the pilot air open, but that's all hot air. So we want to do the AC on, and that will start bringing in cold air into the cabin. See, now this doesn't seem to make any difference. The thing that worries me about the AC is we're targeting 14 degrees. So we're going to be nice and cool on the ground, and then we'll keep an eye as we make our way out of here. Right, let's just grab this guy. Okay, pretty much full fuel, and then we've got our passengers spread out. So that looks good. CG is good. Engines are fine. And we'll keep that on the cabin view, but let's get this out of the way for now. See, is that bad? If I turn this off, that goes away, right? Because that little door opens. It doesn't go away. Interesting. Okay, because there's nothing we can do about that. Right, everything looks secure back there. And Bravo Echo Echo ready for taxi.
Zulu Sierra Bravo Echo Echo, runway 36 taxi via Alpha. Hold short runway 36.
Taxi via Alpha, hold short runway 36, Bravo Echo Echo. Okay, so I guess we're gonna have to go across. Yeah, that doesn't really make much sense, does it? Okay, we'll have to see. Yeah, there's no taxiway going down this way, is there? Looks like there might be, but I think we'll just get onto the other side. Unless... Can we go down the apron there and get onto Alpha? Maybe we can. Let's see. I think we're going to be on Bravo rather than Alpha. Okay, I can never remember. I think down is open. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna be on Bravo here, but I don't think that's the end of the world. Okay, we get our flap set for takeoff. And Bravo Echo Echo holding short to runway 36. I see there's Alpha down there, but that goes to like a different apron, I think.
Zulu Sierra Bravo Echo Echo, cross runway 36. Continue taxi via Alpha.
Cross. Oh, it's doing this thing again where it's jammed. Okay, by the way, if Beyond ATC gets jammed like that with the transmission, the way I've found to fix that is just change frequencies and then change back. Cross runway 36, continue taxi via Alpha, Bravo Echo Echo. Okay, I guess we'll just go down to the end.
Zulu Sierra Bravo Echo Echo, Santa ground, unable to issue taxi commands. You are cleared to taxi to runway 36 via assigned route.
Okay, that's fine. Got a bit confused because of it getting jammed, so that's all good. Okay, is there a taxiway here? Because we don't need this much runway. So I was going to go down to the end, but it's actually quite a long way. So let's see if we can go here via Alpha. Bravo Echo Echo holding short runway 36, ready for departure. Okay, we need to get handed over to Tower. If he doesn't hand us over, we'll just switch.
Zulu Sierra Bravo Echo Echo, contact Tower 1 at runway hold point.
Contact Tower, Bravo Echo Echo, good day. Okay, Tower 118.9, and that's what we have in standby, so let's transfer that in. Tower, good afternoon. Zulu Sierra Bravo Echo Echo holding short runway 36, ready for departure.
Zulu Sierra Bravo Echo Echo Tsana Tower, fly runway heading, runway 36, cleared for takeoff.
Fly runway heading, runway 36, clear for takeoff. Bravo Echo Echo. Okay, so we've got vertical speed set. We'll sync up the heading with the runway, which it almost is already. And then I should just switch on heading mode. Missed this turn here because I'm looking down here. Okay, heading bug. Right, here we go. Airspeed's alive. There's 60. We are nice and heavy today. Max weight. Okay, gears coming up, flaps coming up.
Zulu Sierra Bravo Echo Echo, reset transponder. Squawk 3062.
Okay, that's bad. Squawk 3062, Bravo Echo Echo, apologies.
Zulu Sierra Bravo Echo Echo, contact Zona Control Departure 125.7.
Okay, autopilot's on. 125.7, Bravo Echo Echo. Okay, 125.7. Departure, good afternoon. Zulu Sierra Bravo Echo Echo, passing 9,000 feet, climbing 13,000.
Zulu Sierra Bravo Echo Echo, Senate Control Departure. Good day. Identified. Climb to 10,000 feet.
Climb to 10,000 feet. Bravo Echo Echo. So that's interesting. They gave us a lower clearance than we had before.
Zulu Sierra Bravo Echo Echo, turn left, heading 225.
Left heading 225, Bravo Echo Echo.
Zulu Sierra Bravo Echo Echo, contact Santa Control 132.2. Have a good day.
132.2, Bravo Echo Echo, good day. Santa Control, good afternoon. Zulu Sierra Bravo Echo Echo, passing flight level 100. Oh, we're not at a flight level yet. It's supposed to be 10,000 feet.
Zulu Sierra Bravo Echo Echo, Santa Control. Good day. Identified. Climb to flight level 180.
Okay, we're lucky. I thought that might happen. That's why I didn't set it to 10,000. Climb to flight level 180, Bravo Echo Echo. That's our cruise altitude for today. Sorting out the rudder trim. Alright, we are climbing out nicely now. Okay, we're about to hit 12,000 feet. We're 11,500 now. We're going up to 18. Otherwise, everything looks good. What we do need to sort out is this, because it's going to be very cold in here now. So let's get the
Zulu
AC
Sierra Bravo
off.
Echo Echo, turn left, heading 160.
Left heading 160, Bravo Echo Echo. Okay, so we get the heater on, pilot air is on, and then we open up the heater valve a little bit. And we'll start sorting out that cabin temperature.
Sierra Bravo Echo Echo, turn right, heading 235.
Right, heading 235, Bravo Echo Echo. Right, all the engine instruments look good, everything's in the green. Fuel, we got plenty on board. Temperature, we are sorting out. Autopilot is set, we're still in heading mode. They should put us over to GPS or to follow our own route shortly, the programmed route. We're just passing 13,500 feet. Temperature of the cabin is coming up, so we are looking good. Spend a couple more minutes climbing up to flight level 180, and then we'll be cruising along for the next couple of hours.
Bravo Echo Echo, cleared direct Ramlo. Resume on navigation.
Direct Ramlo, Bravo Echo Echo. Okay, 14,500 feet coming up. There's 15,000 feet. Okay, cabin temperature is now 16, so still a little chilly, but it is slowly coming up. So D track is 36. So that's about there. Okay, I get the oxygen on because that's why those two were flashing. Coming up to 17,000. I think it's safe to close the cowl flaps now. Right, there we are, leveling off, although I should set standard here just before we do that. Okay, there we are at 18,000 feet, so let's settle into the cruise. Let's bring some of that noise down. Okay, let's go and see if we can do the lean find. So I should be leaning the engines. Okay, there we get peak, and we want to rich in the mix until we get about minus 50. Okay, that's probably good. And now we settle in for the next just under 3 hours. So I'm going to cruise along towards Ethiopia, and I will join you again a bit later when we prep for our descent. Okay, let's start our descent. We're about 15 minutes out from the airport. Now it's got it flagged as top of descent over there, but I want to check that. Okay, so we might actually wait a bit to descend because this airport is at such a high altitude. See, so we're coming around from there. We want to be above flight level 170 there. Okay, that's why our top of descent is waiting. Alright, so then we do actually have a few minutes before we need to descend, so that's cool. Otherwise, everything's good. It feels good. Plenty of fuel on board. Engines are running nicely. I didn't ever actually turn on the prop sync, which I should have. Cabin temperature was sitting perfectly at 23 degrees. Okay, let's see if we can get some weather for this airport. Temperature 31, so nice and hot. Wind 85 at 3. QNH 1021. Partly cloudy but clear below 20,000 feet, so we might see a few higher level clouds pop up as we get closer. Okay, then 5.5 minutes to the next waypoint. So we're probably looking at about 10 minutes before we start our descent. Expect the Caribou 1 approach for runway 35. Bravo, Echo, Echo. Okay, that is the... well, that's exactly what we planned for, so that's good. So, 4 minutes out now from Caribou. And we need to cross Caribou above 170, so that's chilled. Okay, so there's our time to top a descent, 7 minutes to go. I'm going to start that left-hand turn shortly. Okay, so the next waypoint, DC 105, we have an altitude restriction of, we need to be above 14,500, so that's cool. Right, we now have a vertical speed target, 1,168, 5 minutes to top a descent.
Zulu Sierra Bravo Echo Echo, Corbo 1, runway 35. Report ready for descent.
Corbo 1 approach for runway 35, and we will call you back when we're ready. Bravo Echo Echo. Okay, so after DC 105, we have DC 002. Where we need to be above above 11,500. Okay, also he just said runway 35. He didn't say the RNAV, so we might just be doing a visual approach. This would be ideal on F35 with that DC 002 transition. Okay, 2.5 minutes to top of descent. Addis Ababa radar, Zulu Sierra, Bravo Echo Echo, we are ready for descent.
Zulu Sierra Bravo Echo Echo, descend to flight level 150.
Descend to flight level 150, Bravo Echo Echo. Okay, so we can dial that down, 150, arm that. 2 minutes to go to top of descent, so we'll go a bit slower than we need to. So we engage the vertical speed. We'll pick up some speed, which is fine. So let's go to 1,000 and we should be good there because we're going to pick up speed and we'll catch up to our top of descent. But in fact, that's telling us right now we need to be 1,200. So let's go to 1,200. And I'm just going to back the power off to manage our speed so we can keep that matching what we're doing.
Echo, expect the iNavy runway 35 with the DC 002
Perfect.
transition.
Expect the RNAV runway 35 with the Delta Charlie 002 transition. Bravo, Echo, Echo. Okay, that's exactly what we wanted. Okay, so DC02, we need to be above 11.5. The next one will be 03, where we need to be max 160 knots. That's not an issue, that'll be fine. And 9,400 feet. 04, 8,940 feet. We stay at 8,940 all the way to 05, and from there we start our 3-degree glide slope to 06, the missed approach point, which is 8,100 feet Barrow and 2,055 feet radio. So I guess we dial this up to 2,100 feet. Okay, so there's 2,000, so we'll do something like that. We shouldn't have any issues there because it's super clear outside. Okay, we're level at 1,500, which is what they cleared us to, so we'll bring the power back in. Okay, that means 1 minute from top of descent, so hopefully they clear us lower. It would make sense because we need to be above 14.5 at this point, so they should clear us. There we go.
Echo, descend to 1,500 feet.
Which is the next altitude, so that's cool. Descend to 1,500 feet. Bravo, Echo, Echo.
Zulu Sierra Bravo Echo Echo, clear direct DC002, cross DC002 at or above 1,500 feet, cleared RNAV runway 35.
Clear direct Delta Charlie 002, cross Delta Charlie 002 at or above 11,500, and then cleared for the RNAV runway 35. Bravo, Echo, Echo. Okay, that means let's leave this set to 11.5, and once we cross we can dial that down to 8,100, which is our barometric minimums, and then we just follow the altitudes. And in fact what I'm going to do is I'm going to dial it down to 9,000, because 8,940 we need to stay at that altitude for about 2 miles. So we can level off at that altitude, and then at DC005 we start descending to minimums of 8,100. Okay, but we'll leave it at 11.5 for now because we've got to cross the next point at or above 11.5. Okay, just crossing through 13. We are doing 1200 feet a minute, which is bang on. Okay, the cockpit temperature is getting quite warm now. It is 31 degrees at the airport. I'm going to bring the power back some more. Okay, now that we've passed that waypoint, let's dial this down to 8,000. No, we're going to do 9,000 first. Okay, so 003 is the next waypoint. There we should be at 9,400. We're just passing 11,000 now. We've now got vertical information as well. Okay, I'm going to feed some power back in. Wasn't expecting that to work for an RNAV approach. Okay, next waypoint is 9,400. We are 10,000 feet. So we are looking good. I must say I'm not actually that familiar with RNAV approaches. There's the runway over there. That's definitely something I need to practice more. And these kind of flights are the perfect opportunity for that, because we're following where FSEconomy takes us, and it's often into random little airstrips like this one that I would otherwise never have flown into. Okay, we need to stay at 9,000 until 05, which is there. Okay, we're leveling off at 9,000 now. And from there we can follow this.
Sierra Bravo Echo Echo. Contact Combolcha Tower 118.9.
118.9. Bravo Echo Echo, thanks for your help, good day. Tower, good afternoon. Zulu Sierra Bravo Echo Echo RNAV runway 35.
Zulu Sierra Bravo Echo Echo Combolcha Tower runway 35 cleared to land.
Clear to land runway 35 Bravo Echo Echo. Okay, props are coming back to full. We'll bump the mixtures up as well. We are still pretty high, so I'm not going to go all the way on the mixtures. Okay, autopilot is coming off. And we're going to follow that glide slope. We're a little high now. Okay, that was minimums. Right, we're on the glide slope now. Let's start getting our flaps and gear out. Okay, the glide slope just jumped a lot, but that's okay, we're visual. Let's just do this too. Right, flaps full for landing. Okay, lights are set, flaps are set, gears down, we're clear to land. All looking good, maybe a little high. Doesn't seem to be any lines on this runway, which is
500.
It actually makes it a bit more difficult to judge. Yeah, I think we're a bit high. Okay, aprons off to the left. If we touch down nicely, we should be able to make that taxiway. A little bit of wind from the right.
Zulu Sierra Bravo Echo Echo. Exit next available taxiway.
Next taxiway, Bravo Echo Echo. Okay, flaps coming up.
Zulu Sierra Bravo Echo Echo. Contact ground 121.9. Bye
Landing
bye.
lights and strobes off. 121.9. Good day, Bravo Echo Echo. Okay, let's see what they say. Just taxi at own discretion to the ramp, most likely. Ground, good afternoon, Zulu Sierra Bravo Echo Echo. Ground, good afternoon. Zulu Sierra Bravo Echo Echo. Request taxi to assigned ramp, please.
Zulu Sierra Bravo Echo Echo. Ramp 5, taxi at pilot discretion.
Ramp 5, taxi at pilot's discretion. Bravo Echo Echo. Thank you. I mean, there's no way of knowing which one is ramp 5, to be honest. Interesting. They must have some sort of like cargo or airline flights out here for that crew to be standing there. We're gonna go this side because I can see the GA parkings are over here. we just do something like that. Okay, parking brake set. FSEconomy flight is logged. Okay, and then we can come down here. I guess we can close the cowl flaps. Lights, we will just turn off avionics. And then we can shut down the engines. And the battery. Okay, very nice. And if you click on the chocks from inside, it actually places them for you, which is pretty cool. But there we are, safely arrived. As you can see, our plane has picked up some dirt from the journey, and you can hear it clicking as it cools down, which is very cool. Right, that's going to bring us to the end of the video. We'll continue our journey with Bravo Echo Echo as we head down to South Africa, and then of course we'll do some flights around South Africa and play around with some RNAV approaches, I think, is the next thing we need to do. But in any case, that's going to bring us to the end of the video. As always, if you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you did enjoy it, or if you want to follow along, you know what to do down below, and hopefully I see you in the next one.